Good morning, guys, and welcome back. We are ready to get started today. Brandon just showed up. Today we're going to be installing all the tongue and groove boards on this, well, not all of them, but we're going to be installing some of the tongue and groove boards that go on the ceiling. The problem is we have to stain them, and now that the walls are painted, we have to be really careful, and we can't get stain on the walls, and we can't like have them all over the place because then it's super fumey, so we can really only do it in the sunroom. And we're kind of maxed out at doing like 12 boards at a time.
How many do we need for the whole ceiling?
Like 220 or something crazy. So like we need to do like 10 like batches of boards, and we've got 2 batches of boards done. So we're gonna do as much as we can on the ceiling. Tomorrow we have an extra special delivery that's gonna be really exciting, and everybody's going to enjoy it, I guarantee it. We won't get into that right now. We're gonna head inside and get to work. So actually, since we filmed last time, I did a little bit of work here, and this should be all hooked up.
Really?
So I'm gonna see if I can make a fire.
Really? Oh, is that safe? Trent.
Nothing I do is safe.
Well, that looks better.
This is a Bunsen burner. That's what that hole is. It just woof, cook up your chemicals.
All your 7th grade science experiments.
Trent's Chemical Kitchen. Melt. The only one that says anything. For smallest burner? Jesus. Old Butterfingers, huh? Simmer burner. Are you sure?
How many guys does it take to read one set of instructions and set up one stovetop?
You know what I hate about instructions?
Tell us.
And
Tell us
what
all.
I love is that my grandma calls them destructions.
Really?
Did you read the destructions?
That's
awesome.
cute.
My grandma's funny. Nothing ends with O2, they all end with
Okay,
SS.
well, ESS is your end.
Please don't blow up.
Whoa.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
I did that.
You did that?
However, do
Yeah.
you see how big that flame is? Whoa! We could burn our house down, huh?
Yeah, why don't you turn these things off, eh?
That is definitely not how it's supposed to look. All right, so as you guys saw, that flame was enormous, and I made that flame. I'm proud of myself. I'm gonna wait until Dean comes so he can help us adjust all of the pressures. Also, I think we're supposed to have a high altitude kit if we're over like 6,000 feet, and we're 8,000 feet.
Yeah.
And we don't have that. So I'm gonna have to look in the instructions, the destructions as my grandma would say, and find the part number and maybe call KitchenAid and be like, hey, can we get this tomorrow? All right, let's get started on these deck boards. So these are our deck boards. This is 18 of the 24 deck boards that we have stained already.
Are they deck boards?
They're not deck boards, actually. They're tongue and groove, but they could be deck boards. It's been a long weekend, okay? Give me a break here. Anyway, we're gonna get all the deck boards on the ceiling. We're gonna get all the tongue and groove on the ceiling today. All of the boards that we do have, which will probably only be about that much of the ceiling, and then we'll be staining more and doing whatever else. But come in here and take a look. So in here, it probably looks like the I'm Blue, a da dee da die song from the 1990s. But this is Hydroban. This is basically Red Guard from Latacrete. It is a waterproof membrane. It is super crazy. You paint on a thick layer, and if I grabbed the edge of this right here and started peeling, it would literally come off like a rubber glove. It's like,
Flubber.
It leaves a really, really thick layer of waterproofing on the walls. We had to do this on the ceiling, on the walls, in the windowsill, on the floor, basically everywhere. Now we can actually start doing thin set and putting tiles on the walls, on the floor, on the ceiling, everywhere, on the floor out here.
Wow.
But before we do that, we actually have to put down all of the heated floor membrane and get all the heated floor wiring done. So without further ado, we're gonna start on the deck board, the tongue and groove on the ceiling in there, and then we're probably gonna start laying down the membrane for the heated floors in here and getting all that figured out, because honestly, it's gonna be a mess and it's gonna be very confusing for me and I have no idea what I'm doing. So, let's get started.
Okay, so there's good news and there's bad news. The good news is this is actually going a lot quicker than I was expecting. These guys are familiar with working together, so they have a good system down. We've done, not deck boards, what is this? Ceiling boards before on the wall. So there's a system, it's repeatable. The bad news is they're basically fully extended and they're at the base of the ceiling right now. They have to go all the way up there. How are you gonna reach up there?
Tippy toes. We are figuring out one thing, and that's that this wall is at least a hair out of square.
Oh no.
We're trying to make these boards straight, and it's not happening, so we're going for a rustic look.
Okay.
We're just trying to make everything look like garbage so that it just all matches.
Great plan, Trent. These guys are super stressing me out, being up on the scaffolding and kind of just monkeying around from ladder to scaffold. But they're doing a great job. It's all coming out really nicely. Honestly, I think the most stressful parts, besides watching them be up there, are cutting out the holes in each tongue and groove for the lights, and they've all come out really, really well. It's nice that they had the practice of doing this in the sunroom, because this is super visible, not that the sunroom isn't, and it's turning out beautifully.
Oh, dude!
What do you think?
That looks fantastic.
You like it? It's not too dark?
No, it looks awesome. And there's like a lot of variance in the boards, so it like gives it a lot of like texture and depth. And honestly, from down here with like the white walls being so big, it doesn't really look that dark.
Okay, cool. That's what we were worried about. I'm excited. I think it looks awesome. Kevin was worried. He was trying to warn us that if we do a dark stain on the ceiling boards, that the whole ceiling would feel lower and cramped and dark. But because of how tall our gable walls are, and it's just a white, bright color on the walls, I think Trent's right. This looks amazing and crisp, and just like a little bit of that like rustic, modern combination that we're looking for.
Allie and I are shifting gears. We're gonna come in here to the upstairs, the master bath. We're gonna remove all this stuff out of here. We're gonna open up one of the heated floor kits from Schluter and probably just read instructions for an hour, because I don't know exactly how to do this, but we're gonna tackle it.
Hopefully it goes smoother than setting up the stovetop earlier this morning.
That's not fun. Seems to be a lot going on in here.
How sketchy is this to put an electric floor warming system in the shower over a drain where there's water?
That's what it's made for.
Really?
Yeah.
Read
the instructions.
You're not gonna electrocute yourself and die.
I mean, unless there's like a severe malfunction, which our house never has severe malfunctions.
Clearly a mild malfunction.
We'll be totally fine. There could be a flood, but there won't be an electrocution.
Hello, I can't shake the secret feeling beyond the ghost. We stand on the opposite shore. Hello.
So generally, when you are installing a heated floor system like this, you would put the conduit in before your drywall goes on.
Oh.
There's, you know, some stuff that should happen. We didn't do those things. So we're retrofitting this, and we're doing our best without having to cut the drywall apart. I'm only using this wire, this white wire, to feed the conduit up. It's not behaving.
You have to say it in a British accent and then it'll listen to you.
It's not behaving.
No, you have to say, oh, behave.
Oh, behave. Oh, it's there, darling.
Maybe you are the greatest man alive.
We've done it.
Step 1 of 25.
Step 1. Are you ready? Alright, so we're running into a little bit of an issue here. The box says that there's only 26 square feet of cable here.
Okay.
That's like just enough to do the shower. What is going on here?
I don't know. First we thought we had too much cable, now we think we don't have enough cable. The problem is they give you a certain amount, you have to use it all. You can't cut it short if your space is smaller than you expect it to be, and we can't add to it. It's just this cable and that's it. So we're trying to do a little bit of planning before we put it all in place, because even though it would be easy to redo, it would be a big waste of time. Unfortunately, we are gonna have to put this dilemma on hold because we have to wrap things up for the day and get out of here 10 minutes ago. So we will continue this brainstorming exercise later tonight and hopefully tomorrow find a solution and finish installing our floor warming system.
All right, we're back here at Jonscots shop, Utah Countertops, and we're actually gonna be doing the final buffing on our countertops, getting everything nice and polished up. I think they're all cut, everything is ready. I'm really excited because I think these are getting installed in a couple days.
So our bathroom at home is not finished. We could not problem solve what to do with the heated floor, but we have an appointment that we're really excited about, and I can't wait to see how our countertops are looking. Hopefully, everything here goes nice and smooth. I know Trent's really excited about being able to do some polishing himself. It's cool that Jonscot is letting us be so involved in this process.
All right, so we're here with Jonscot at Utah Countertops, and we're basically finishing up putting what's called an apron. It's like the little drop-down piece on the side of our countertops. We're gonna be gluing that on right now. We're gonna be making some crisscross cuts in both pieces of material so that the like epoxy has something to grab onto.
Are you sure we trust Trent doing this?
I mean, he says he has welding experience, but I don't know.
It's a hard maybe.
We'll see. Hopefully he's comfortable with a grinder.
Super easy.
So Trent
Trent just
called, like,
ruined
scoring.
$2,000 worth of countertops.
Yeah, so Trent was scuffing up the two edges of where the stone meet, creating just like a rougher edge for the epoxy and the resin to grab.
Okay.
In the process, he blew the leading edge out, but we can fix that with glue. We're really good at repairs.
Only
Stuff
because
like
you're
that.
a professional.
Yeah. We'll have Trent try to fix it. We'll see how he does. And if it's jacked up, then we'll fix it.
Okay.
Trent has to pay for it.
So now he has to glue those two pieces together.
Yeah, so now Trent's gonna make some glue, which Chris did behind the scenes for him already. It's like when you pull,
Thanks, Chris.
it's like on the cooking show, when she like puts it in and pulls the one that's done out. So Chris finished the glue for you real quick,
Oh,
but you
thank
can
you.
pretend to mix it real quick.
Oh, okay.
You're like, oh, I made this glue, a really good color match.
This is really just marshmallow cream. We're gonna eat this in a minute.
Really gone, but you just gotta really make sure that hardener is even.
The epoxy, we're gonna fold this edge over, and hopefully there's enough epoxy in there to fix the edge that I messed up.
Oh no! Lick
Now
it.
what?
Just lick it off.
Lick it
Just get rid of it.
That's not good.
Is there? Make sure that oozes.
How's he doing so far?
He's doing okay.
Would you hire him?
No.
He's only ruined $2,000.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I hire people without experience all the time. They're actually the best because it's easier
To train someone.
Yeah, it's easier to take someone that has no experience.
Yeah.
I would make the best countertop guy. Jonscot basically said that he wishes I would quit YouTube and come and build countertops with him, but I was like, I can't. I gotta build my house, my know, my baby's on the way. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
Next year.
Next year, I'll hold them to it.
Next year, hoping the channel's new name will be Trent's Countertop Company.
Nevada Countertops.
We're gonna dissolve Utah Countertops. And it's gonna be Trent's Tops.
Trent's Tops, I love it.
That is like really cool parts of this industry is like he's saying, you can take a thin material like this and make it look like a thick material like this, because if this was your countertop, that is like a style and it's like a modern minimalistic look. But these thick countertops, like that makes it, it's gonna make us look rich. People are gonna be like, you could afford those thick countertops, and we're like, yeah. But really it's Jonscots just made them look thick.
He's a wizard.
He's a wizard, Harry.
Oh my gosh, it's such a cool experience being able to work with Jonscots and Utah Countertops. Basically do all this like behind the scenes DIY stuff that nobody ever gets to do.
Yeah, this is not DIY. This is like, this is like super insane industrial build your own countertop style, and I'm really grateful that I know Jonscots and he's hooking us up. And after talking to Jonscots, I think I did everything wrong with the tile stuff today, so maybe we're starting over from square one. Who knows? We'll see you in the morning. What's up, guys, and good morning. It is an early morning right now. We're just getting started for the day, and this morning I'm going to be making my coffee, but it's not actually coffee, it's mud water. And mud water is the sponsor of today's video.
Mud water is a coffee alternative with 4 adaptogenic mushrooms and Ayurvedic herbs that offer a ritual to fuel your mind, body, and soul. Just add a teaspoon to hot water, add anything else you like, and enjoy.
It has a lot of different ingredients in there. There's chai, there's cacao, there's cinnamon, there's a whole different list of mushrooms and adaptogens, and it only has about 1/7 of the caffeine of a cup of coffee. So it doesn't make you jittery. It's really helped me keep my anxiety under control, and it's actually delicious, and it's a great way to wake up. If you guys are interested in trying mud water, I absolutely love it. You can click the link in our description, and you guys will actually get 15% off of their starter kit. And their starter kit even comes with this little frother. So click the link in our description and use our code, and you guys will get 15% off. Thanks again to Mud Water for sponsoring today's video. I'm gonna drink my mud water, and we're gonna get started for today. All right, so yesterday we did a little bit of math and we figured out that we need about 96 more 12-foot pieces of tongue and groove to finish the ceiling. So we went and picked up a nice even 100 boards, and hopefully that should be enough, with a couple mistakes here and there, that we can actually finish the entire ceiling with all the wood that we have. We are basically getting all of these stained. Brandon is doing all the staining in the sunroom, getting those prepped. We're gonna be throwing them on the ceiling. But today, we have some guys that are actually bringing our refrigerator up, and while they're here, we're gonna have them take the vanity upstairs into the bedroom. They're movers, they're professional movers, so they're gonna make us look like little boys, and I'm fine with that, but they're gonna move that upstairs. They're gonna get the fridge put into the kitchen. We've got huge things happening today.
A little messy in here.
All right, well, I just cleaned it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, so let me just start off by saying, I know there's probably tons of people in the comments that are saying that this overhang is way too big, and it's unnecessary, and it's ruining this walkway, and you're probably right. However, we don't have a kitchen table. This is the only place that we're gonna be able to eat dinner, that we're gonna be able to entertain a couple guests, and we wanna be able to have a nice comfortable place with a comfortable overhang to sit under. So it has to be this big. Now the issue we're running into, right now this is like 30.5 inches. And I think that our fridge is at least 30 inches. So it's not gonna fit here. Once the countertop goes on, it's gonna come out another like inch or inch and a half.
Oh my gosh.
So basically, nothing's gonna fit over here. So the fridge has gotta go this way. I'm about to unveil the dishwasher and get this thing basically put in place and installed so that we can have it ready for when the countertops go on. It's all just in and ready to go.
Tons of people have been commenting, why didn't we put the flooring in first? We're such idiots, we should have floored everything and then the cabinets and then the appliances. And there's actually multiple ways to do this. So we've decided we're going to floor around the cabinets. It'll save a lot of money and a lot of materials, and you don't actually need flooring under the cabinets because these cabinets all have base boards.
You can't even ever look under the cabinets.
Yeah, it's not necessary. We are going to floor under the appliances that are removable, like the fridge and the dishwasher, but we'll probably do that later because it's more, oh no, we're doing that right now?
Well, no, but we're gonna do that when we do the flooring.
Yeah, I know, but we're gonna put the fridge in right now without a
We're
floor.
not putting it in, we're plugging it in.
It's the same thing.
We're putting it in its place, but it's coming out when we do the floors.
Exactly. So the dishwasher and the fridge are removable.
Yep.
They will have flooring under them. But right now we're just gonna plug them in because we need to be able to use them because we have some exciting events coming up that we need a fridge and a dishwasher for.
Oh my gosh. My wife is out of control.
So this is our moment of truth right here. Oh my goodness. We've never had a dishwasher. This is so cool.
I've been the dishwasher this whole time.
You're a great dishwasher.
Your own little sample bottle of Cascade.
Don't eat it.
Rinse.
The ceiling boards are looking absolutely gorgeous, and we're just trying to stain and prep as much of those as possible. So there's a few drying over here now. And in the meantime, we are now able to access this vanity that we've never seen before.
I've never even seen it. It was really expensive, and now it's, you know, if it's damaged, it's way too late.
Yeah.
So we took our chances. There's really no way to grab it, and it's like at basically the max lifting capacity of Brandon and I. If this thing had handles, and like they were properly spaced and we could just
So we're hoping the movers today have moving straps, lifting straps, because this is
But
what
once
they
we
do.
get it out of the box, I think Brandon and I could grab the legs and pick it up. But one, there's a wooden pallet that's built into the box.
Oh.
That also adds a lot of weight.
Yeah.
So once that's gone and you can grab, see these legs?
Yeah.
Once you can get your hands underneath those legs and pick this thing up, it's gonna be a lot lighter. Anyway, without
Open it
further
up.
ado.
Yay! Woo, that's our vanity.
There it is. Is it like a dark brown?
I don't remember. I think
It's
it was
supposed
light.
to be light. Look at that.
Yeah, it's light.
The color of our cabinets is
Yeah.
light. We got a dark ceiling. We got dark cabinets. Now we've got a dark vanity. We're gonna have kind of dark floors. Basically, the only thing that's not dark in this house is gonna be the walls, and they're White Dove by Benjamin Moore.
Stay right here.
Well, this is really exciting. These guys are here. They've got the fridge. We just have some logisticals that we have to overcome, getting the truck as close up here as we can, and then they're gonna move the fridge up the side of the house and inside.
How happy are you that we got professionals to do this?
Really happy.
So
That-
happy.
We're plugging this fridge in today, right?
Yeah.
And we're putting some drinks in there today, right?
No, because they're gonna shut our power off in a couple days.
Just drinks.
Yeah. No cheese,
Okay.
no meats,
Okay.
no pizza, no meatballs.
But maybe like a San Pellegrino or something.
You bet.
Yes. Wow, guys. Woo! Pretty impressive. Didn't think that was gonna happen for a second.
It looked like it wasn't gonna fit, huh?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to leave the fridge outside.
Yeah, basically. Our house is tiny, obviously, even though it might not appear that way in all of our videos, and so we need to completely unwrap the fridge in order to get it to fit in its little spot in the fridge cabinet, and there's a wooden pallet basically bolted to the bottom of the fridge. So they're trying to do some unrecommended maneuvering to get this ready. Woo! Oh, stressful. All right.
But you want to plug it in first?
Connect everything first.
All right, so we got the fridge almost in place. We're gonna hook it up and set it up, but my only concern now is that it's gonna be really tight once there's a countertop in here. If we ever wanna change out our fridge, it might be impossible.
No, it won't be impossible. The countertop's only gonna come out to like here.
Okay.
And like we have that to work with.
Okay. This is the real reason we're having kids, is so that they can fit behind these little tiny cracks and spaces and disconnect and connect hoses when we need to change out our appliances.
Little helpers.
So we're gonna tackle that in a minute. In the meantime, we're trying to figure out how to get this vanity up to the bathroom because our house is tight, all the corners are tight, the stairwell is tight.
You ran into the picket and now it squeaks. So our countertop's probably gonna squeak forever.
I ran into the picket really, really hard. And
she had a mark on her butt for 2 weeks.
it's still there.
It's still there.
It's gonna scar. And so I had to wrap the ends with
Bruises don't scar.
it's not, dude, it was a gash in my butt for 2 weeks. It was really bad. So I had to wrap the ends of the pickets with this white like rag to visually show people, mostly myself, that there's the end of a picket there, and also to cushion a little bit because I continue to run into them even though I know that they're there.
Straight leg.
Luckily, Trent and Brandon are really strong. All 4 guys are gonna be helping pull this vanity up the stairs. It's extremely tight. The dolly doesn't fit because it's so tight. So they're doing it by hand. Here we go.
All right, you guys have a good
All
one.
right, thank you so much.
What a huge relief. We got the vanity upstairs. We only messed up the walls like maybe 2 times. The kitchen is, well, the fridge is in there. You're gonna have to spend all night probably getting that thing ready, but what a day, huh?
Only minor casualties were sustained.
Minor casualties. I ripped a scab open and it was like
Gushing
running
blood.
down my arm. So
Cool.
it is hot today too.
Let's plug that fridge in and put some drinks in there.
We got a while before we can do that.
So you ripped up all the cable. We are officially cable free. I think we need a longer cable. We'll deal with that later. But last night when we were talking to Jonscots about the process, he's very familiar with setting up a heated flooring system, and he had some input for us to take into account.
He basically said, "You're doing it all wrong." And I said, "No, I'm not." He said, "Yes, you are." And he's probably right. So basically what I have to do is take all this orange stuff out, which is not a big deal, it's just like set in place. And I need to do a thin layer of thin set underneath it so that it's bonded to the floor. Then I have to put the wire in, then I put thin set on, then I put waterproof membrane in the shower, then I put more thin set and the tiles, thin set and the tiles.
By the time we're done, we're gonna lose 12 inches of flooring.
And we will be professional.
See that hand right there?
What?
That dirty hand on the side of the doorway is exactly why you should wait to paint until the very last second, right before you move in.
Wait to paint.
Wait to paint, guys.
Once that has cured up a little bit, we are going to throw some thin set down, get all of our orange coupling stuff mortared to the ground, and it'll probably be time to go get the cable from Jonscots.
Cool. Oh my goodness. Oh. All right. The bathroom is just giving us a lot of problems. So we need to get a couple more things from the store. We need to wait for the Hydroband to dry. It's just more efficient for us to go run a couple errands and then come back later tonight and continue to work.
And we've got to go back to Utah Countertops and finish up these countertops once and for all because they're not completely done. So we're just putting in work all over the place. And then when we come back, I'm probably gonna start putting down some thin set. It's 86 degrees. It's a beautiful fall, hot day. Leaves are changing. It doesn't feel like snow is ever coming. I don't know what to expect with the weather, but seeing the leaves change makes me scared that winter's right around the corner. We gotta get this house done, baby. We made it back to the house. We did our errands. I went and got a new heat cable for the upstairs bathroom. Basically what I have to do is go inside now and start laying the thin set down so that I can put the uncoupling, the orange matte stuff, glue it to the floor, and I'm gonna take you guys with me. Allie's gonna go into the trailer and she's gonna take a nap.
No, I'm not. You keep saying stuff like that. Like I was sleeping this morning. I'm always working. I'd love to take a nap.
It's true, she's always working. I'm just giving her a hard time. But I'm gonna take you guys inside. We're gonna do some tile. I think I've got everything I need. The hydro band in here is completely dry. Guess the only thing left to do now is mix up some thin set. I'll start practicing my trowel skills. Start spreading this stuff out and laying the tiles down. Not excited for this. I don't know if you guys saw in the time lapse, I got all the thin set down, I got it all combed out, and then I got all the panels put down in here. The shower is ready for the heat cable. Now I've basically just got to repeat that process with those 4 tiles with the other 6 tiles. Hopefully I'll be able to do this quickly, and then I can start putting in the cable, get it all routed, and once I get it routed, I can put a layer of thin set over the shower, put the Curdy membrane down, and then that'll probably be time to call it a day, I'm assuming, but who knows if we'll even get that far. Let's get started. All right, we are literally flying. I just finished putting the first layer of thin set down and putting all of the Curdy uncoupling orange stuff down. I do feel like I'm in a Miami Dolphins commercial right now with the blue and the yellow, but I think tomorrow we're gonna try and tile this bathroom, at least like the shower, and then maybe move on to the floor. I don't really know. I'm really nervous. It's something you can't take back, and hopefully not that many people are gonna see it, so.
All right, I got a lot of work done. There's always more work to be done, but you gotta just like call it quits at some point. And I've come up here to check on the progress. First of all, it's super echoey in here. Can you guys hear that? Because it sounds crazy to me. Second of all, look at this floor. Look at it, so beautiful. It's like a game of Snake in here. What do you think, Frank?
This Snake from the old Nokia phone.
That's right. The coupling has been glued to the ground. The wires. The coupling is now coupled onto the ground. The wires are in place, and now Trent's about to thin set tape on top of the wires to protect them in the shower. Frank is breaking it in for you.
Oh, it's super heavy. But I don't even care. Literally the hardest thing about spreading this is like getting it out of the bucket. Because I had it mixed before, and Jonscots, I sent him a picture and he was like, that looks too dry.
Oh.
And I could like barely get it out of that without just like making a huge mess.
Really? Trent.
Sorry.
Come on. Ew, that smells.
Yeah.
Ew.
Smells good, huh?
No. So you're just gonna pour it on the ground right now, is what you're saying?
Just ruin everything, yeah.
Oh my gosh. What are you doing? Oh my gosh. This is recommended, or?
We're in now.
Wow.
I have no idea what's recommended. Never done this before. It's too late, huh?
Everything is nicely laid down and glued in place. And before we call it a night, our plan is to tile the shower tomorrow. So we want to put the bench in place and let it dry overnight. We've never installed a bench in a shower before. We've actually never installed tile in a shower before.
I've never installed anything in it. Well, I guess I've done like a faucet and stuff, so.
You did a backsplash in a camp trailer.
Yeah, that's not in a shower.
So hopefully Trent's doing this correctly and it turns out beautifully and we have a nice bench.
Basically force that in there.
You want the level?
No, I don't want to know how bad it is.
All right, everything in here is pretty much set for the night. Our bench is gonna dry. Lika, don't even think about it. And then in the morning, maybe we'll tile our entire bathroom and shower tomorrow. We'll see. It'll be a different video for you guys, but hopefully that's the plan. But other than that, we had a really fun day yesterday and today. I don't even remember what we've done. I feel like we just work nonstop these days. I don't know what we did.
I feel like we've just been staining boards. Brandon has been staining boards for years, but he's probably knocked out at least enough boards to get the rest of like 1/2 of the roof done. So maybe half of the staining is done.
But now we have all the rest of the boards that we need. So.
And we have all the boards. We got all those yesterday. So we just need to finish staining the other half, get all of them installed, and then we can like basically start doing trim in here. We gotta stain the beam.
It's the final countdown, guys.
I didn't mask the beam over there in the end and it got painted and gotta scuff that off before we stain it. Anyway, we're making leaps and bounds with tile, baby. So when we see you guys in the next episode, we are gonna be putting tile in the bathroom upstairs, and hopefully by the end of the next episode, we'll have a tiled bathroom.
Do we have toilets?
And then we can move the vanity in there. The toilets, I think, are gonna be here like in a week or something.
That's great.
We could have a functional bathroom pretty soon.
No door.
No door.
Not a private bathroom, but a functional bathroom.
Well, it's gonna be glass. It'll never be private.
Great.
Anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed coming along on today's adventure. If you did, make sure you show us by giving us a big thumbs up on today's video. Consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Adios.
I'm never giving up on you. I'm never giving up on you. This time